If you've been on YouTube for the past year and a half, you may have seen a certain type of video on your homepage.
What's your problem?
The oversimplified logo. There are plenty of videos bashing companies for changing their logos to simplify and modernize the design and be more accessible to customers. I think this is ridiculous, and there really needs to be a better understanding of why these changes are being made. Hey gang, wait. Something's off. That's better. Before I begin, let me give you a basic rundown on the history of logos. Since the dawn of mankind, humans have used symbols to identify things. Whether it's through hieroglyphics, letters, or drawings, we communicate ideas through symbols to create a better understanding of the world around us. One prime example of this is company logos. The first trademark logo was created in 1876 for a British beer and ale company known as Brass Brewery. And it's kinda ass, but this completely revolutionized the market, with literally every single company coining their own logo within the next few decades. This led to a massive change in the way things were marketed to consumers, as over time, companies started to rely less on describing actual things about their product and more on their logos as they became more widely recognized. Over time, these logos underwent many different trends and changes until the smartphone age. The integration of smartphones into our everyday lives caused a massive cultural boom and completely changed the game in terms of design. It led to large-scale design trends such as skeuomorphism and fruitage era. Now companies were like, holy shit, we gotta adapt to these changes. Let's just... This trend in logo design lasted for the entirety of the 2000s and into the early 2010s. Everything was going great until around 2013 to 2014 with the introduction of Vine. Everyone knows what Vine is. It was a short-form video platform allowing only 6 seconds for users to cram in the funniest possible thing they can come up with. During this time period, the attention span of Zoomers and young millennials began to drastically decrease, and this can be attributed to the rise of Vine. Around the same time as this, people became tired of skeuomorphic design, so many apps and brands opted for flat design, a complete 180 from what everyone was accustomed to. This change, as well as a decrease in young people's attention spans, led to companies opting for a more simple 1 to 2 color design within their logos, creating a more scalable and memorable idea of their brand. This trend continued into the late 2010s, where companies began simplifying their logos even further, which made a lot of people angry for some reason. Today, I'm here to give these logos the recognition they deserve, and hopefully create a better understanding for all the angry folks out there. Alright, so let's just get into a few of these logos real quick. The Firefox logo. Great one to start on, you know? So many people got mad at this. This is not the Firefox logo. This is the logo for the overarching Firefox brand. This is the Firefox logo, you know, the browser Firefox, and a lot of people are like, oh, that's still not as good as the original one. The original one was ass. I hated the original one. You know, it's just too much. Like, you don't need all of that. The new one, you know, the colors are a lot more eye-catching. I mean, that's all that really matters in a logo, is that it's eye-catching and it's scalable. This new version with less details is more scalable. You can fit it into like a smaller scale and it'll still be recognizable, which is, you know, extremely important for logo design. The second one I have is Microsoft Edge. Not really sure why this is on the list. They unsimplified it. But I looked up oversimplified logos on Google and it came up. This one speaks for itself. Great improvement. This one is terrible. This is awful. Next up is Taco Bell. How is this oversimplified? It's a bell. Like, it's still a bell. It's just they only made it one color, which is a good thing for any brand. It allows you to integrate it into any design. I would say this is a lot better. The old Taco Bell logo was part of that like whole fast food design trend with Burger King and stuff, and no. The new one is better.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Pringles. Why are so many people mad at this?
Huh?
Yeah, they took out the color in his hair, but like, okay. The brand is so much more unique now, and it has more life. People are saying, oh, they took the life out of it. How? Plus, this is the only really food brand that I've seen actually scale down and use less colors and be more simple, which is refreshing. Yeah, obviously the old Pringles logo was iconic and people are gonna get mad if it changes, but I think that this new one is a great improvement. I mean, look at what they're doing in Japan with the new Pringles. They're doing a different facial expression for each different flavor. And this is already a thing in the US with the scorching hot variant of Pringles. That is how you do branding. That is how you create a unique and eye-catching and memorable brand. It's not all about the details and how good it looks. Y'all are overreacting. Next up is Volkswagen and all the other car brands. This is a relief. All the old car logos were the same. They were all made out of metal. They're all shiny. They showed all the materials and everything. It was way too detailed. It looked like terrible. It did not look good. This new change brings a lot more availability to these brands for their designs. And it's overall just like better. Save the materials for the cars. Last but not least, we have the Warner Brothers logo. Probably the best one by far. I mean, it had to be said. They still kept the cartoonish look of the Warner Brothers, and they kept the personality of it with the shield and everything, but they scaled it down, made it more condensed. I just think it's a great change, honestly. Like, this is so much better.
Unexpected item in bagging area.
These are all my opinions. You can think differently if you want to, but that's how I feel about all of it. There are a bunch of other ones I didn't go over, but those kind of have the same things applied to them. Create more scalability, so when you shrink it down, it's easier to tell what it is, and these changes are more versatile. So they allow more space for changes in design, marketing, and branding, and stuff like that. That's kind of all I have to say. Yeah.